Welcome! In this explainer, we're going to go way beyond the usual idea of tarot as just a fortune-telling tool. We're diving deep into the profound philosophical system behind it, a system that's all about transforming your own reality.
So, let's just kick things off with a huge question. What if the cards aren't really showing you some fixed, unchangeable destiny? What if, instead, they're a set of tools designed to help you consciously build the future you actually want? That's the core idea we're digging into today.
According to this way of thinking, the fundamental problem we all face isn't something external. It's internal. And this quote, it just gets right to the heart of it. Our own limitations, our bondage, it all comes directly from how we see and interpret the world around us.
Okay, so here's how we're going to tackle this. We'll break down this path to liberation into 4 key stages. First, we'll try to understand the prison of our own perception. Then, we'll meet the 2 different minds that are running the show inside of us. After that, we'll get into the practical steps, the path of practice. And finally, we'll look at the ultimate goal, creating a brand new reality.
All right, first up, the prison of perception. The central idea here is that feeling of being stuck, the frustration, the limitations, the unhappiness, it's not being forced on us by the outside world. Nope, it's a reality that is built piece by piece by our own minds.
So here's how that actually works. Think about it. When we just glance at the world superficially, we make these rushed generalizations. We jump to faulty conclusions. Our self-conscious mind just goes, yep, that's true. And those incorrect patterns, they become the blueprints for our subconscious, which then gets to work building our experience of the world. And in this case, it builds a world of limitation.
Okay, so how does this whole process even work? Well, to change it, we first need to understand the 2 key players in our own consciousness. Let's call them the inner architect and the builder. And this is where it gets really interesting. It's like you've got this inner duo. On one side, you have self-consciousness, which is represented by the magician in the tarot. It's the part that observes, that reasons, that draws up the plans. But on the other side, you have the subconsciousness, the high priestess. And here's the key. It doesn't reason or judge. It just uncritically accepts whatever suggestions it's given and gets to work, building our physical reality, right down to the cellular level.
Okay, so you're going to hear the word spirit a lot in this system, but hold on, it's probably not what you think. It's crucial to understand it's not talking about something supernatural. Spirit, or what's also called prana, is defined simply as the fundamental natural energy that everything is made of. It's kind of like the life breath of the entire universe.
And get this. This quote just brings it all right down to earth. The energy isn't some mystical thing out there. It's right here, right now. It's the light you're seeing. It's the device you're watching this on. Every single material thing is just this one single energy, vibrating in a way that our senses can pick up. Okay, so now we get the problem, right? And we know about the inner architect and the builder. So that leads us to part 3, the actual path of practice. How do we actively use this knowledge to change our consciousness? And here's the real kicker. The tool that built the prison in the first place, it's also the key to our freedom. If superficial observation caused the problem, then profound, deep observation and correct reasoning are the solution. We don't need some new magical thing. We just need to learn how to master the tools we already have.
So, the method for doing this breaks down into 3 pretty clear steps. First, concentration. Learning to make your mind one-pointed so you can truly see what's in front of you without distraction. Second, meditation, which is described with this great analogy of a mental fishhook. You bait the hook with a question or an idea, you drop it into the deep sea of your subconscious, and you see what knowledge you pull up. And third, you have to record everything that comes up, creating a logbook of your inner journey.
But, and this is a big but, this is not a quick fix. The source material is super clear that this takes persistent, daily practice. We're working to overcome not only our own personal bad habits of thought, but also what the text calls race memories, which you can think of as the collective, inherited patterns of human thinking that get passed down through generations. But the promise is, with dedication, all these old structures will start to give way. And all that hard work, it leads us to the final and honestly, the most mind-blowing part of this whole thing, the goal. And it is probably not what you're expecting. First things first, this is not a path of escapism. It is not about leaving the physical world behind to go hang out on some otherworldly spiritual plane. No, the real objective is to see this world, the one you're in right now, transform right before your very eyes. As your inner vision starts to clear up, you begin to perceive the true world that was hidden all along by these clouds of wrong thinking. It's the same world,
just experienced in a completely new, incredible way.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? The old worldview is all about fear and separation. It's me against the world. The new worldview, the one that's born from this practice, is a complete 180. It's the deep understanding that everything and everyone is part of a single, unified cosmic plan that's always working towards a perfect outcome.
Now, this is where things get really wild. This whole transformation isn't just a change in your attitude. It's described as a literal physical process. As your self-conscious mind starts to truly adopt this new idea of unity, your subconscious builder gets to work, literally constructing new cells in your body that are capable of expressing this higher state of consciousness. It's a change in your mind and your body.
All right, so let's just do a quick wrap-up of the big ideas here. Our reality is a direct result of our perception. Our subconscious mind is the builder that makes real whatever blueprints our conscious mind gives it. Through focused, consistent practice, we can actually change those blueprints. The goal isn't to get away from the world, but to completely transform our experience of it, and that's a process that is both mental and physical.
And that really leaves us with one last question to chew on. A question for you, right now. If this is all true, if your conscious focus is the blueprint and your subconscious is the tireless builder, then what kind of reality are you actively constructing, moment by moment,